Hey guys, Kev here from Kev's Jewelry Designs. A few people were talking or asking about the slicing engines they're using, and as I said, I just use Chitubox. It doesn't cost that much for the pro version. So after I got a full year free with the pro version tools, and it just gives you a lot of like there's mesh repair tools in there. There's all kinds of things in there that you don't get with the free version, but um, for me, it's not that much money for a full year, so I just went ahead and signed up for the pro version, and that way, if there's something where I really need it, I've got the tools that I at my fingertips for that. So anyways, let's jump over here to Chitubox and take a look here. And I'm just going to give you a real brief overview of the steps I use in order to slice a model. So, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to use it or not. All right. So I already have a set of models in here, but if I want to add something new, and basically before I do that, if you look down here, um, this is for different machines. So this Shearcast is actually my Mars Pro. This was my regular Mars 3 that I had. I'm going to end up deleting those. This is Anycubit. It's just one of the ones that was a default printer. And again, you would just select, and inside of Chitubox, there's parameters already that you can import for the type of printer that you have. So which is really nice, and that's what I like about the Chitubox. They make that really easy. So I'm going to go back here to the Ultra. The other thing that's really nice is over here, you can add profiles as well. I have the Blue Cast ones already imported in here at 30 and the 50 micron. And you can add other resins in here. You just decide which ones that you want to bring in. And each one has a different set of parameters. And then you can go in and make adjustments, um, exposure times, all the different things that you need in order to have a successful print. But what's nice is Bluecast does all that work for you. I mean, they they really share like lots of information with you. And if you're having troubles, I haven't found anybody really honestly that's any more helpful. Um, and and it's not just, and I'm not talking about just the resin because they make resins, but they're actually jewelry producers. I mean, they make jewelry. So what's nice with them is, I mean, they do everything, right? They'll teach you everything from sprueing your models, how to have the most successful casts, what investments to use, how to use them with their resins. Um, and I don't know anybody else that's doing that, frankly. I mean, resin works is good. That they're really helpful, but they're not even anywhere near as thorough as what Bluecast is, at least not from what I've seen. So, anyways, just an FYI for you. I'm not selling anything, so I don't really care what anybody uses, but I'm just letting you know that that's what I'm running into, and that's why I get such great prints too. But if I need to refine any of this, I can come in and edit this if I'd like to. Um, and we'll get into that a whole nother in another time. So that's where that is. Up here, this file thing, this is where I actually import files. And depending which one, you notice the highlight changes. If I wanted to add something new, I would click the plus guy here. I don't know. I guess I can just grab something here. Let me move myself out of the way. Let's see, do I have anything up here? Okay, so we'll just stick this in there. And sorry, my thing here is in the way. Come on. Oh, there we go. Helps if you click it. Okay, so now here's where they actually have their own repair tools on board, and they'll remesh this for me. So it's seeing that there's something wrong with this model. So I'll click yes. So it went ahead and remeshed this for me. And when I click back to start, it's going to say, "Hey, do you want to keep that original and the repaired one, um, or what do you want to do here?" And I'll just say I want the repair only because that's all I really care about. And now we're back. So now, if I want to support these, first thing I'm going to do is, oh, the other thing is they use this tab format. So here's the prepare where you can split the model, do some different things, auto layouts. You know, you have to set this area up like where you want it to be. I mean, there really honestly is. There's so many different things in here. I don't use half of it, but depending on what you're doing, they can become really useful. There's your repair tools. Here's your supports, and notice that the only thing showing here is the what I had already had highlighted. So now I can come in here and manually add supports. Um, if you notice up here, when I get to the support section, you have heavy. Here's your support shape, the parameters. Um, I use middle because the resins I'm using require 0.4 millimeter contact area, and that's because they're wax-based resins, so they require a larger support area. You can't use as fine a supports as with some of the stuff. I do have a lightweight one here that goes down to zero point 0.3, but I don't use anything smaller than that, and it's only because the resins I'm using. If you wanted to auto support that, you could come back down here and just on the right under advanced and hit select all. And just like that, it kind of it took care of that for you. Now you can come in here and manually add some other ones. So you might say, well, you know what? I just want to make sure let's put a support in here. And I like to have something outside of the main support base. And just because of the pulling and separation, the flexing in the model, if you don't put something up there, a lot of times I think that that's where you get those little parting lines. I don't even know what you call them, but Travis was talking to me about it the other day. But um, so, anyways, on this one, I would actually probably come in here and I would add this right in here, and I would add this in here. I know it's a pain because it's something else you have to trim off, but I want to make sure this thing's good and stable. So, and honestly, the other thing I would do, ugh, I'd probably come in here and stick something under here, like so. And this up here, because it's small, I would probably wouldn't have to, but what the heck, we're here. Let's just stick a small one in here just to be sure. And I honestly don't think we need it, but here you go. I'm putting it in there just in case. All right. So that one's good. So let's go back. Let's grab this ring. We're going to go back to support again up here. I'm going to hit all. And let's see what it did on this. Okay, so I still had the fine ones. With this resin, you know what? I better change that. So let's remove them. Yes. And I'm going to go to middle. And I'm going to select all again. And if you notice, it gives us kind of this errant one up here. I don't want that. That's not needed. And there's an extra one right here. We don't need that either. So I'm going to go down here under advanced. I'm going to hit that minus sign right there. Okay, I'm going to try to hit that minus sign. Hello, hello. There we go. And I'm going to select this and hit delete on my keyboard. And I'm going to go in and grab this one and I'm going to delete that one. And the rest of this looks perfectly fine. Okay, so then we'll go back to the start again. Select this model. And on this one, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to select the auto. And yes, it's given me, we're already on the negative, so I just select that and delete it. Select that one and delete it. And that looks good too. And I'd say we look pretty good. So we go back here, we have everything supported. And we look good. So what we'll do now is down here, you can see it says single parameter slice. So I'm going to go ahead and slice the model now. So I hit go. Wait till it highlights. There we go. And move my face out of the way here. And over here, you can go through the model. We'll start from the top here. You know what? It's not like my controls are right here, which is what it's kind of throwing this thing off. See if I can move it. Okay, there's my controls. Okay, now we got it. So now if you look over to the left there, you can see we're going through the layers as it's going up. That way you can get a visual cue, check for any islands. And on the right is what the printer is actually printing. That's the individual layers. So if everything looks good, I can either click save. And when I click save, it'll save it to a USB drive. Okay. But Chitubox recognizes my printer and it knows that my printer has Wi-Fi. So it's already put up this symbol here. If I didn't have Wi-Fi, if I switch over to my Mars 3 Pro parameter, this button won't be there. So that's another thing I like about Chitubox. I just click OK, network, and it says, hey, there's my Mars 4 Ultra. It's sitting there idle. And I can say, okay, I want to send it over there. And just like so, it's writing the file, sending it over via Wi-Fi to the printer. And I'll get a dialog box that pops up here. And there it is. It says, slice file transfer completed. Do you want me to start printing? Now, if I hit yes, I can look over to my printer and it will start printing immediately. Like as soon as I hit that button. And that's kind of the thing that I think is really nice. As soon as I'm done printing, I scrape the models off of the build plate. I clean it quickly, and I immediately take it back over and put it on the printer so that it's all ready to go the next time I'm ready to print. So I always keep my printer all ready so that I can just simply hit yes, boom, and off to the printer it goes. It starts it. I don't have to get up and do anything. I can move on to my next modeling project or whatever I'm doing at the moment, and I don't have to mess with it anymore. I love it. I love that. I mean, for a $309 printer, it's kind of crazy. But so that's one of the things I love about the new Ultra. Now, the Mars 3 Pro, I'll tell you, I mean, it prints every bit as good, I think. I think the Mars, once I get the new film for the Mars 4 Ultra, I think that's where I'm going to see a difference in the prints. But as of right now, they print pretty equal. The main thing is just that now I have Wi-Fi and I can start the printer from here. I don't know. So we'll see where things go from here. But Chitubox is pretty simple to use. I would click no here. And when I'm all done, I just exit and I'm all finished and the printer's already running. So I don't have to do anything more. So, anyways, that's kind of just a quick overview of Chitubox. Obviously, I didn't go into all the tools. I mean, there's so many tools in Chitubox that you can do things. Um, I'm not going to worry about that right now. If you guys want to see some of the other stuff, deleting islands, things like that, mesh repairing and stuff, I can show you that. Honestly, a lot of that I don't even do in the software. I do that right in Rhino. And so, anyways, pretty simple software to use. I don't have any problems with it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, Kev out.